also be when I hand something to you, I give you s'il vous plaît, you know. So that is what you, yeah, if you please. I mean, that is literally what it means. But it is something that you add when you say bonjour and you want to buy something, bread, un pain s'il vous plaît. Bonjour madame, une bière s'il vous plaît. Bonjour monsieur, une vin rouge s'il vous plaît. Okay, so that bonjour and s'il vous plaît, that really has to be in your mind, because then you'll have a great experience here in France. Okay, so s'il vous plaît, very important. But I will touch on those a little more. Here we have our vocabulary. And as I said already earlier, if you do not speak the words, then forget it, because you're not going to learn them. So don't be shy. We're going to do this here together. Bonjour and salut, you see there, they mean hello. So let's do that together. Bonjour.
Bonjour.
Salut.
Salut.
Salut, you can also, you can translate as hello, as you see here, but also as hi, you know, salut.
Salut.
Ça va, ça va.
Ça va.
That means how are you, but it is very informal. So it is something you say to someone you know for a long time. But I have to say that this ça va is literally like your how are you, and you don't really wait for an answer. You know what I mean? It's more a way of greeting. You say bonjour, ça va, and then you keep on walking, whereas, you know, we're not really waiting for you to say, well, I slept very well, and then I had breakfast. No, you don't want a long story. You just say, bonjour, ça va, and we move on. And it's kind of like, hello, how are you? And then, yeah, you know what I mean, right? But this is very informal. And therefore, the French, often when you are doing this, when you say this to each other, it is to someone you know very well. And as an answer, you don't say, oui, très bien, merci. No, you say, ah, oui. Ça va, oui, toi, oui, and then that's it. That was the conversation. But you want to do it right, you want to do it the formal way, and therefore it's important to ask it in the formal way. Whereas in English it's difficult to see the difference between formally addressing someone or informally addressing someone. In French there's definitely a difference. Ça va or comment vas-tu is the informal way of asking. Comment allez-vous, which you see underneath here, that is the formal way of asking. So as you address someone formally, you call it vous voyez. Vous voyez. So that is formally speaking to each other. And if you know, and if you've seen each other 2 or 3 times, then you can say, est-ce qu'on peut se tutoyer? So shall we say tu? So shall we say you, the informal way to each other? And then if you both agree, then that's a good thing. If one of the parties says, non, je préfère vous voyez. So no, I prefer to continue the formal way. All right. Then you go like that. Huh? So, okay, let's do this one together. Comment allez-vous?
Comment allez-vous?
Okay, very good. And then we go to the greetings again. Huh? Bonjour.
Bonjour.
Good morning. So you say good morning until, yeah, they say it until, let's say, about 4 or 5 p.m. in the afternoon. And then they start saying bonsoir.
Bonsoir.
And that means good evening. And you say good evening all the way until you go to bed. Because when you go to bed, you say bonne nuit.
Bonne nuit.
Bonne nuit. Yeah, good night. Underneath it says bisous, kiss. Bisous. You don't really say that, bisous. But it is the way of greeting. I don't know if you noticed me greeting the guys this morning. We say hello, we don't touch hands or anything. We just do the kiss on the cheek. You barely touch the cheek, and then you do kind of a kiss in the area. You kind of make the sound. But that is what we do here. If you go further to the south, you kiss each other 3 times. And in other areas of France, it's even 4 times. 4 times kissing them. All right, and then the very important questions for you. Okay, so you come into a store, you say bonjour, and then you say parlez-vous anglais?
Parlez-vous anglais?
And then if she answers je ne parle pas anglais, then you have a problem. Huh? But you can say je ne parle pas français. Very good. Let's do it together. One more time. Je ne parle pas français. Very good. Or you can say je ne comprends pas. Je ne comprends pas.
Je ne comprends
Okay,
pas.
and body
Je ne
language is
comprends
very powerful, huh? So
pas.
say all these, come into a shop, smile, you know, and when you already act happy, you know, or behave happy, are happy, then the encounter you will get is also a positive one. So if you say je ne comprends pas, you can use your hands as well. Je ne comprends pas. Then they will. At least you try. You know, at least you have tried to speak some French. You can also, if you think you speak a little bit of French and you think you can understand it if they speak slowly, you can ask them, parlez lentement, s'il vous plaît. Parlez lentement, s'il vous plaît.
Lentement.
And then she will say either oui, which is yes, oui, or no. No, that's
No.
not good, of course. No.
No.
Right, important to know. Les toilettes, the restrooms are toilettes. And the question is, où sont les toilettes? Où sont les toilettes? And then when you go to the bathrooms, you are looking for the right door, huh? So you, as a lady, you need to look for dame, dame. And for gentlemen, you look for homme, homme. Or some bathrooms it says messieurs, which is already easier to figure out, huh? Messieurs or homme. And then you see the picture, she did not really read the sign. Because for the door, on the door, and you see it's pousser, you need to push, pousser, push, and tirer is pull, tirer is pull. And it's not here like what you have in the States. In the States, I believe all doors, when you leave a building, you should push, right? Yeah, here it's kind of random. One day you need to push, one day you need to pull. Yeah, it's not always the same. Although in public buildings now we are introducing the same thing as you have, or at schools, you know, that when you leave the place you need to push the door, and when you enter a place you need to pull the door. This is another very powerful one, that where you see je voudrais, I would like, because if you would say I want, je veux, that doesn't sound so nice. You know, so you are very demanding or almost commanding. Yeah? Je veux, that's not good. So therefore, if you say je voudrais, I would like, it sounds a lot nicer. And again, it helps in your encounter with the French. So je voudrais, and then this is your command. Je voudrais un café. Un café.
Un café.
S'il vous plaît. Je voudrais un café, s'il vous plaît. So I would like to have a coffee, please. No, I'd like to have coffee with cream. So, je voudrais un café au lait. Un café au lait.
Un café au lait.
Or, je voudrais un vin rouge.
Un café
Vin
au lait.
rouge. That's a red wine. Or un vin blanc. Vin blanc. That's a white wine. Or, and now we get to the beer. So I don't know if there's anyone here that likes to drink beer rather than wine. There are several ways of asking for a beer. Of course, you can say, je voudrais une bière, s'il vous plaît. That's an easy one. But if you want to do it more the local way, je voudrais une pression. Pression means a draft. Je voudrais une pression. And then you know that your beer, they will bring the beer from the house, the brand that they have on draft. And you don't have to choose between various bottles, because they usually have a variety of 20 bottles in their fridge. But of course, the pression, the draft one, is fresh and cool and basically what you want. So you can say, je voudrais une pression, s'il vous plaît. Or you can also say, je voudrais un demi. And demi means a larger beer, but also a draft. So pression and demi are the same thing. You can also say a petite pression. Petite is small, petit. And grand is big. Yeah, very good. Or je voudrais, you want to order something, je voudrais une minute anglaise. Une minute anglais. Un minute anglais. Very good. Now, how does it work in a restaurant? You enter a restaurant, you say bonjour. Bonjour. Nous sommes deux. Actually, two people. Nous sommes deux. We are here with two. Or nous sommes trois. We will do numbers a little later. Nous sommes 4 and so on. Then they will tell you, okay, I will send you there. I will look for a table, and then they point you out the table, and that is where you sit down and you will receive the menu, the menu. But you see, it's in French, so you ask menu anglais, s'il vous plaît. So then you get your English menu, and you're going to study it, and then you're thinking, why don't they come and take our order? Oh, they're slow here, and you keep on looking at your menu, and again you think that they're slow, but they're not slow. It's a cultural difference.